What if the crucifixion was the cover story? What if Pontius Pilate, Rome's own governor, orchestrated the most audacious rescue operation in human history? What if the most famous execution in history was never meant to succeed? And what if the man who ordered it was the same man who made sure it failed? Jerusalem, a city on the edge of something it doesn't understand. Whispers move faster than soldiers. Fear spreads faster than truth. And at the center of all of it, one man, trapped between two worlds. Pontius Pilate, Surah. Roman governor, a judge of men. He was sent here to keep order, to keep Rome's grip tight on a city that resented every stone of it. But what if Pilate had started to believe that this particular man was worth more alive than dead? The charges came fast: blasphemy, sedition, a threat to order. But Pilate had seen real criminals. He'd condemned real threats. And something about this didn't sit right. This wasn't justice. This was a removal. History records that Pilate declared the man innocent 3 times before the crowd overruled him. What if that wasn't weakness? What if that was the setup? Pilate didn't lose the trial, he performed it. What if, behind closed doors, Pilate had already assembled a small trusted circle, not priests, not senators, soldiers who owed him everything, a physician who asked no questions, and one insider who knew the layout of every tunnel beneath Jerusalem. The crowd wants a sentence. Rome wants silence. We will give them both, and no one will know the difference. The operation had one rule. It had to look real. Think about what Pilate controlled: the execution site, the soldiers on duty, the timeline. Who stood guard? Who confirmed the death? Who handled the body after? Every single checkpoint in that process he owned.
The informant, whisper, urgent. The physician is in position. The centurion on that shift. He's ours. The tomb site was chosen for its tunnels. We have a window of 4 hours. We have no room for mistakes.
A controlled dose, not lethal, but enough to simulate death to any crowd watching from a distance. Ancient physicians knew plants that could slow a heartbeat to almost nothing, induce a death-like state for hours. It sounds impossible, until you realize they had been doing it for centuries. Pilate, to his centurion:
You confirm the death. You seal the tomb. You post your 2 least curious men at the entrance. And at midnight, you walk away. No questions asked. This will be the most important operation ever in this world. We certainly have to do it right.
He washed his hands of it. That gesture has been read for 2,000 years as guilt, cowardice, a man too weak to stop an injustice. But what if it was theatre? What if washing his hands was the signal? Pilate turned slightly to the soldier behind him. Prepare the alternative plan. 2 words, spoken under the noise of a screaming crowd. No one heard it. No one wrote it down. But the soldier knew exactly what it meant. Beneath Jerusalem, even today, there is an entire world underground. Tunnels, chambers, escape routes older than Rome itself. Pilate's engineers knew them. His informant had mapped them. By the time the crowd was celebrating, the operation was already moving. In the physician underground chamber, underground.
He's alive. Weak, but alive. We have hours before the compound wears off. We need to move now. No room for sluggishness. We need to move. The Emperor will not be happy if these go south. We move.
History records it as a miracle. The stone moved, the tomb empty, the body gone. Soldiers reported it as impossible. The authorities called it theft. The followers called it resurrection. But what if the explanation was hidden in plain sight? What if the tomb was empty because Pilate's men had moved him 3 days earlier, through tunnels no historian ever thought to look for? Muslims have always maintained that Jesus was not crucified, that it only appeared that way to those who witnessed it. Check out Quran 4 verse 157. 2,000 years later, one of the world's largest religions holds that the crucifixion was a deception. What if they were right, and the deceiver was Pilate himself? There are reports, people are saying they saw him, alive, then find him, and this time, there is no alternative plan. The man the world believes died on that hill may have walked away from it, not through the miraculous, through the calculated, through a Roman governor who, for reasons history never fully explains, decided that this particular death was one he could not allow. Pilate didn't lose control of the execution. He was the execution. If this was a rescue, who planned it? If it was a conspiracy, who else knew? And if the man survived, where did he go? If Pilate orchestrated a rescue, was Jesus aware of the plan? Comment rescue if you think this was coordinated. Comment miracle if you believe what history records. Comment cover up if you think the truth was buried on purpose. Follow for episode 2, where we find out who else was in the room.